To chess learning! It has started.
Chess here.
Okay, we're staring at what pawns do. Yes, I even labeled you.
Nice.
Oh, I can move the pieces. I didn't know if pawns could move diagonally.
They can move diagonally, but only when they're capturing. Otherwise, they only move forwards.
Oh, that makes sense.
13's here.
Oh yeah, and she's stuck in an ad.
Nice. I have editing enabled?
I don't know. Do you?
Okay, I have things synced, so if I move a piece, you should be able to see it.
Oh, okay.
If I... It is chess time.
It do be chess time.
Oh, I know why it won't let us move those pieces.
Oh, why?
It's because there are no kings on the board.
Oh, there needs to be a king
can be
for it to be an actual game, I'm guessing?
Yeah, because it's technically not a legal chess position without kings on the board.
Oh.
I'm just gonna make a new slide and we can reference these.
Okay. Ooh, I can move.
And slide 14 should be out there now.
Yep, it is. Active learning slide.
Yeah, you should be able to move stuff now.
Yay! Oh, so pawns can't capture anything that's in front of them?
No. So they can only capture diagonally, and they can only move forwards.
Interesting.
And something else neat about pawns. They cannot move 2 spaces forward except for the first move where they can.
Oh, okay. Oh. I completed the lesson! Let's go! There's an octopus!
Nice. Okay, so... And I haven't used Lichess's learning tool in years. They've added so much stuff.
Good stuff or bad stuff?
Good. I can make actual lessons, which is great.
Oh, damn, okay. But yes, hello, Skeeby and the Cappy Bro. More people are slowly tuning in.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can start with this then.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Learning. Okay. Yes?
Alright, so, like on the first slide, we can...
Cha.
Well, we'll go to the second slide, because you already saw that one.
Cha. Okay.
Second one there. So, like I demonstrated here.
Uh-huh.
I go to the beginning. The pawn can move either 1 square or 2 squares forward on the first move. But after that, it loses the ability.
Oh, okay. So if I make it move 1 square, then this pawn can't move 2 squares after that turn. Yes? No?
Sorry, I had to answer a text. Say that.
Oh. So if I move this pawn 1 square, on my next turn I can't move it 2 squares.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. So like on the board position, like e4 was played.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not use notation because you probably don't know what that is.
You can explain it.
So
Oh damn.
there's multiple bots.
I've never had two bots attack at once. Dang, okay.
One bot for each person. Okay, yeah. So notation, you'll see like at the bottom of the board, there's letters, and at the right side, there's numbers.
Yep.
So notation, it's like Battleship. It's just that.
Oh, it's like the grid of the board.
Yes.
Okay.
So like they have symbols like N is for knight, even though it's spelled with a K, because K is for king.
That's fair. That's fair.
But the rest of them are just the first letter.
So R for rook, P for pawn.
For pawns, they actually don't use a letter. They just do the space that it's on,
Oh.
or the letter of the rank.
Or
So like if I was moving my pawn, I would go E4, and then like D5. That's what notation is.
Interesting. Okay.
So like pawns can capture diagonally. They cannot capture forward. So if there's two pawns directly facing each other, they just kind of stare at each other. They can't really do anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're also very bad at small talk, so they just kind of sit there.
Relatable.
Yes.
They just stare at each other until someone steps in.
Exactly.
Zephyr, why not chess? Oh, sorry, David.
Chess is great. What do you mean? I mean, why chess? How dare you?
Then why?
So like,
Okay, yeah.
So like, try moving a couple of the pawns around, just kind of get a feel for it.
So this can technically go like that. Oh, okay.
Yep.
And now this one can only stare at that one.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. Would you like to show me what you can possibly do for pawns in a... What was it gonna say? in a strategic way? Like how you can use your pawns in a strategic way?
I will definitely be going over that, but to understand the pawns, we have to also understand the other pieces and how they work with them.
Ah, that's fair.
So like you'll see on my third slide, I also go pawns explained further.
Yeah. Should we move on there now?
Where I go over. We could. I just kind of put a bunch of moves in there, and then I went over how promotion works.
Oh yeah, because pawns could be promoted to a queen, right?
They can actually promote to any of the other pieces except for a king or a pawn.
Oh.
So they can turn into a bishop or a knight or rook or a queen.
Interesting.
And you will almost always promote to a queen because it's the most powerful piece. Very rarely you'll promote to something else.
That's fair.
Promote to something else, it's called under promoting.
I'm guessing there is strategy to under promoting though.
Yes, so like some positions, like if you promote to a queen, it would be like I will wait to explain that until later because you don't know what stalemate is yet.
Oh, stalemate is when there's no chance of checkmate, isn't it?
Yes. Technically, yes.
Okay. Huh. I'm learning.
I love this position so much.
Which one?
One you're currently doing with the pieces.
How? Why?
It's just very interesting to look at.
It's very nonsensical because I'm just moving them at random. Oh. I have made the
That's what
king
makes
in
it neat.
danger.
And that is called check.
Yeah, when you're like one move away from winning, right?
It's technically. So the way check works,
Yeah?
which is on slide 9. When the king is in check, it's under attack. Like on slide 9, I have an example of it.
Oh, okay.
But it's different from checkmate because the black king can escape just by moving away. It's not checkmate if the king can block the attack, move out of the way, or take the attacking piece.
Oh.
Checkmate is when the king is in check and it cannot escape from the check or do anything and will definitely be captured on the next turn.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. No, I want to screw over my king.
You're doing a very good job of that.
I want to. The game won't let me.
So if you're in check, you have to do something to get out of check.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It forces you.
Otherwise, you just lose. Yep.
Okay.
So it's what's called an illegal move. So like if you were to move the queen there, it would be called an illegal move.
Oh. I'm trying to brain this out, but I'm not braining it very well.
You actually had checkmate and won there. Now you're forced to take the queen.
Yeah. Wait, what if he makes it all the way there? Or is it just pawns that just get upgraded?
No, it's only the pawns. Nothing else can promote.
Okay. So, if you go here.
The worst piece has the most potential.
I don't know what's happening. Oh, so you can choose anything. But a pawn.
Yep.
Okay, well, do you want to teach me something? Because I'm just moving these mindlessly.
Yeah, we're just kind of. So stalemate I mentioned earlier on slide 12.
Yeah. Stalemate.
So like this position, the black king is not in check,
Mm-hmm.
but it also doesn't have anything it can do. So if it moves anywhere, it will put itself in check.
Yeah.
And in chess, they decided for some reason that instead of making this a loss for black, where they have to move it to check, this is called stalemate and is a draw.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that
So this position is a
sucks.
draw. It's terrible if you're white. It's really good if you're black.
Yeah. That's fair.
So like, say, go back to the active learning slide.
Whee! What should I
So,
do?
will it let you see the moves that I'm playing
I think so.
if I play this move? I know there's a button you can click over there that would sync the game.
Oh.
Oh, it's asking what would you play in this position, and the move is A4 because I made A4 the move, but that's not actually what the best move is. Go ahead and play A4, just because that's the.
So this one. It's A4.
Oh, now I know how to do this. This is great.
Oh, what have we learned?
Actually, I'm going to see. I'm trying to set this up so you can actually see what's going on when I move pieces.
That's fair.
One sec.
That'd be very helpful.
Just try this. See if it'll let you see it now.
Okay, I'm on chapter 15.
So if I do this, can you see it?
It moved!
Okay, let's go. I'm just gonna make a couple of moves real quick here.
Okay.
So, like, it promotes to a queen here with check.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to set up the stalemate thing just to be instructive here very quickly. So for stalemate to work, there have to be no other black pieces that can move.
Mm-hmm.
So like here, black has no other pieces.
Yep.
Then there has to be a position where black has no legal moves.
Mm.
Like this is stalemate.
Ah, okay. And then this would be a draw.
Because this is considered a draw, because if it moves any of these squares, the white queen would just take it.
Mm-hmm.
But like here, well, let me go backwards. No, that's unfortunate. What if I, hold on.
Like that? Go back?
Click on the most recent move. I think I figured it out. So if you move your mouse, okay, there we go. So now I can just do this. Does that fix it? So you have to refresh it each time. That's annoying.
Oh.
So if you click any of the move buttons, it would just set it back to the correct position now.
This one?
I wish it auto updated. Yeah, that one works.
Okay.
Wish it auto updated. That's annoying. I can work with this. So like here, I'm gonna do this.
Oh. Unfortunately, I cannot see what's happening.
Oh. Just skip to the most recent move. Hit that button right there.
Okay.
So here, this is not stalemate, because even though the black king can't move anywhere, this pawn can move.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Stalemate only happens when black can't make any moves.
So, once you move the king, then I'll just be checkmate, right?
So black can't move their king anywhere
Yeah.
because the queen covers it.
Mhm.
But if as soon as I move the queen, like here, for example, this is checkmate.
Ah, okay.
So I'm just going to make standard position here. All right, should see number 16 slide.
Yeah. I am here.
So white always goes first in chess. I mean, just like checkers, depending on the checkers that you have. So typically, what white wants to do is to move their pawns forward so they can get their more powerful pieces out.
Oh, okay.
As the only piece right now that can move, the knight likes to do L's. They like to do like this in an L shape.
Ah, okay, okay.
So the knight can move anywhere that's 2 spaces and then 1 to the left or right.
Oh.
Like this.
Okay, okay. I thought they could only move diagonally for some reason. Interesting.
So the bishops, I think is what you were thinking of. Those can only move diagonally. So like if I were to do this here, the bishops can move to any of these squares.
Ah, okay.
Like this.
No wonder in your knight slide it tends, they say that the knight is sometimes the hardest to remember and how it moves.
Yep. Yeah, so the bishop can move anywhere diagonally. Then there's a nice move that's called castling. So if your king and your rook have not moved from their starting square, you can do something called castling, which looks like this.
So they switch places?
Essentially, you move your king 2 spaces towards the rook, and the rook just jumps over it.
Oh.
Because there's also something called castling queenside, which looks like this.
Ah.
So the easy way I say it, because if you just say they both move and switch places, it's not entirely accurate. So I say the king moves 2 squares towards the rook and the rook jumps over it, because that's just an easier way to remember it, I think.
That's fair, that's fair.
So like in a position like this, there's like interesting things that I will look at, like things called a pin, for example, because the queen is considered more valuable than a knight.
Yeah.
And because the bishop is doing this, you wouldn't want to move the knight here because then your queen gets captured.
Yeah.
Those are called tactical motives. There's a lot of those, but we're just going to worry about how the pieces move and basic structure for now.
Oh, yep.
I'm going to make one new chapter just to show you a basic opening structure. So a basic opening would look something like this. You're going to move one of your center pawns. Pretty much always going to move them forward 2 squares unless you have a specific opening that you've learned that is different. For beginners, I recommend just always e4 myself.
Okay.
The most common response would be e5, which is just this pawn here.
Yeah.
And then we have something here. Knight f3 is the most common thing.
Oh.
Which is a basic opening. The idea is to bring these pieces out to good squares so that you can then castle as quickly as possible and get your king to a safer square.
Oh, okay.
So, king safety is very important in chess because if you you could lose every other piece, but as long as you still have your king, you can still play. Even though you're probably not going to win.
But you might get a draw.
So, you might get a draw, exactly.
Yeah.
A stalemate exists.
Mhm.
So like here, you would castle, because the center is the most dangerous place for the king to be.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to have, for this, I'm going to have black also castle. There's a demonstration here. So this is just like a generic position where you've gotten everything developed. You might do something like you would move your pawn maybe here to attack the bishop. So there is actually a point system in chess. So just do this. Pawns are worth 1 point. And knights and bishops are worth 3. The rook is worth 5. Queen is worth 9.
Oh wow, that's a big jump.
And the king is worth like basically the whole game. Because the queen is just the most powerful piece.
Yeah.
So these numbers are like kind of arbitrary-ish, but it's been made by a bunch of people who have like done a lot of research into algorithms and things for chess engines and such. And so the easiest way they found to make it so a computer could comprehend it was just to assign number values to the pieces, and these are what they came up with, and they're pretty accurate.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So like if you're playing, like say if I were to do like this, you'll notice in the bottom right corner of the board there's a +3 symbol.
Bottom right.
Shows,
yes.
So the +3 will say how many points ahead one side is.
Oh.
Like if I take this bishop, it goes away.
Yeah.
Then if I take this pawn, it comes back.
And to +1 because pawns only cost 1. Are only worth 1 point.
And if I did something exactly, and if I did something like this, now it's going to say in the top right corner +2.
Yeah. Because you took the knight.
That shows which side is up. Exactly.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
So an easy way to tell if one side is better than the other is for you to look at the points on the board and just kind of count up how many of each piece they have. And if the person has a lot more points than the other, you can almost guarantee that they're winning.
Yeah, because they captured more pieces. Okay.
Exactly. So like here, if I do this, now white has more material, and you can see white is winning. All right, would you like to try just a quick game to just kind of get a grasp of how everything works and how the pieces move?
Sure!
All right.
I am afraid.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
You just do this.
Oh.
Guys, this should be a challenge.
Yay! Oh god, I'm looking at your
Just click the
statistics.
check mark.
Your statistics are terrifying.
Oh, you don't want to see those.
Okay.
And you'll notice, like, on the very far right, there's like a number with a question mark. Those are called ratings.
Number with a question
So
mark?
like it gives you a 1500 to start. It's off to the right of the board.
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
So people are given what are called ratings. So here I'm just going to play e5 like I showed you a second ago.
I vaguely remember this.
And I mean, this isn't like a competitive chess game. We're just kind of like,
Yeah, I know, this is
stupid
casual.
stuff. So like here, so I'm gonna play knight to the c6 square, which defends my pawn on e5 from your knight.
Okay. Oh yeah, because they move in L's.
Exactly. All right, so I'm just gonna do basically the same thing here.
Okay. Oh.
All right, and you've castled, so now your king is in a safer square.
Okay.
So I'm going to do something interesting because I want to get all of my pieces out. So my bishop on c8, the only bishop that I have in my back row still.
Yep.
It's called the light squared bishop because it can only go on the light squares because that's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
I can't move it right now, so I want to move a pawn out of the way so that I can move it. So I'm going to play pawn to d6. Get that out of the way so now I can move the bishop. My idea, I want to go bishop to g4 and make it so your knight can't move without me taking your queen is what I want to do.
Ah, so that I have to keep the knight here.
Yep. So what you could do, you have a couple of options. The first thing you could do is play pawn to h3, and then I wouldn't want to do that because then you would just take my bishop. You could make it so you could just move your queen out of the way, and then it wouldn't be pinned, and you could just move around or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could put a piece in between the knight and the queen. So like you could play bishop back to e2 and just block it so you can't take the queen after the knight moves.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just move the knight and then it wouldn't be a pin, like before it even happens. In this position, you really don't have to do anything because I don't have a way of actually doing anything to that knight afterwards. So you could play like a pawn move just to develop your bishop or any number of moves here.
Like what?
That's the h3 move.
Yeah.
So now if I play bishop to g4, you just take it. So I'm not going to do any of that.
Okay. That's fair.
Here, I'm going to play my knight out to f6 because I also want to castle.
So you can do that in one more turn, I believe, right?
Yes. Okay, so you're attacking my my bishop with your pawn.
Yes.
It's not defended by anything, so I will take that.
Okay. Oh yeah, my pawn
this
is...
actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Funnily enough, this actually is something people do right before castling, and it's called the Evans Gambit. It's when you give up a pawn in order to get more development.
Oh.
There are things in chess. Called gambits. Where you give up some material. You give up like a pawn, or maybe sometimes you give up an entire bishop or knight.
Yeah.
And you do that so that you can attack faster and develop your pieces faster. And the idea is that you can checkmate me faster than I can win by the extra material.
Interesting. Okay.
Alright, so now you're attacking my bishop. So now I definitely don't want to just give you the bishop, so I'm going to move it here to the a5 square. So a couple of things you could do here. You could move like some more of your pawns, but you've got a lot of pieces that are just kind of on the back rank and can't do
Yeah.
very much back there. So
Yeah.
the idea is to get those towards the center so they can do something and then come up with a plan. So
Uh-huh.
you could move your bishop to b2, which is called fianchettoing the bishop, where it just sits there and it looks down the whole board. You could bring
Okay.
your knight out to c3.
Yeah,
or
that's
you
what I
could
was
play
thinking
something
about.
like d. Okay.
Oh, what was the other thing? D what?
You could play pawn to d3 and then bring your bishop out the other way. You've got a few options here.
Okay. Because this was my first instinct.
Okay. So I am up one pawn. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the knight. And then it's defended by your pawn, so you can obviously just take it back.
Yeah.
And those are called doubled pawns because they're both sitting in front of each other.
Mhm.
So I'm going to play. I want my bishop out, so I'm going to play my bishop from c8 to e6, where it's defended by a pawn, and it attacks your bishop.
Oh, but I can attack your bishop, but I can capture your bishop with my bishop.
Yes, you can.
But is that beneficial in any way?
What happens if you take it?
Okay, I will. I am curious what will happen if I take it.
So I'm just going to take with my pawn.
Okay.
So the position we have here, black is up one pawn.
Uh-huh.
So they have a slight advantage.
Yep.
My knight on f6 is attacking your pawn on e4. And white also has doubled pawns, which gives black a bit of an advantage. So what black is probably going to try to do here is to play their pawn to d5, where it's defended by their other pawn, take a big grasp on the center, and then try to expand out and come for some sort of attack. Okay. So black can take that knight with their pawn. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
The best move would be probably knight takes e5, because then I would be up 3 points. I'm not going to do that just for this.
For teaching purposes, okay.
So whenever you're looking at pieces, you want to look and see if I take, can they take it back? How is it defended? And things like that.
That's fair. Because
I'm
my
just gonna
queen's
castle.
out in the open right now.
Yes.
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
You discovered pre-moving.
Oops. No.
You want to take it back?
Yes, please.
There you go. You just hit the green arrow there.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna castle again.
Okay.
You pre-moved again. Okay.
Okay.
So your knight is still under attack.
Yeah.
Leave it for one more turn, and I will take it next turn if you don't move it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to. Let's see. I have decided I want to move my knight from f6, and I want to move it from h5 to h5, and then I want to move it to g3, where it will attack your white rook. So I'm just going to start on that plan.
Oh, damn.
But it also allows my queen to move around a bit. Okay, you defended your knight. So now my knight's going to go to g3, where it attacks your white rook.
Oh. Oh, whoops. Ah, no!
Okay, we're going to do another
I'm
take back here.
sorry. What would...
Actually, if you go into settings, I believe there's a way to turn pre-moves off. But we're not going to worry about it too much.
What would be the best move for this right now, if I may ask?
So right here, I'm gonna play my knight to g3. For white, the best move here. I would say rook to f2 because it gets the rook out of the way of the knight and it gets it somewhere where it can do some different tactics later on.
Okay.
Just like that. Now I'm going to play my pawn from e6 to e5 where it's defended by a pawn and a knight.
Hmm. Wait, if I move my bishop to f4, can your pawn still take it, or?
My pawn can take it on f4, yes, because it can
Okay.
take diagonally.
Yeah, diagonally. Okay.
Say if you go to g5, my queen can also take it.
Ah, okay.
On e3, it would be safe. h6, I could take it with my other pawn.
Yeah, I've noticed. Interesting.
Okay, so that's a good move.
I was praised. Yay.
So I'm gonna do a bad move, and I'm gonna see if you can find why it's bad.
Oh, okay. I can take it with my bishop. Oh, and the pawn. Wait. Oh, and then it will remove my double pawn. Yes?
Yep, it removes the double pawns, and then you're also up material because I just traded a knight for a pawn. So I'm gonna take there.
Oh.
So now you are up a piece.
Okay.
I'm just going to play this to make you move your bishop. So pawn to c5 here.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh, hello, surname. I'm learning. Wait, is it my turn?
No, it's still mine.
Oh, okay.
So here I'm going to play. I'm going to bring my other rook into the action. Rook c8 here.
Mm.
So all of your pieces are pretty safe in the current position. What do you think would be a good idea here to try to win? Okay, rook a2.
I was thinking to move this rook out into the playing field somehow.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do it that way. Maybe rook to b1 instead, where you're attacking the b7 pawn is a little faster, but this also works.
Oh yeah, because it moves in L's. Right?
The rook moves in the straight lines like a
Yeah.
plus sign.
Yeah. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to play onto b5 here and expand. Okay.
So technically I'm stalling right now.
Yeah. So I'm going to play a move and see if you can find what the correct move would be here.
Because the pawn can take that, but if I sacrifice my knight... Wait, no, that can still take my knight. I'm stupid. Wait.
So there's a couple of things. Can you find the other reason that move is bad?
For me or for you? Wait.
for you.
Oh, you are very close to upgrading this pawn. Yes?
Just gonna
No?
do this.
Oh!
So I'm gonna take that one back.
Okay.
Alright, and then yeah, I can take your knight still.
Yeah.
Obviously there. So if I play this, your knight is attacked here.
Mm-hmm.
And you could take a pawn, but a knight is worth 3 and a pawn is only worth 1. So you
Yeah.
want to keep the knight.
Yeah. So, this? Or no?
So your knight is still attacked.
Oh, that's true. I'm guessing I was supposed
Also,
to...
my knight can take it there.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to move the knight away.
Yeah, moving the knight away would be the best option here.
Okay. But deeper into the board, or should I retreat to be more defensive? Or that would depend on playstyle.
You can move it. Either one is fine here. Just making sure that the pawns can't attack it or anything like that, and making sure it's defended if there is a piece attacking it. So knight to f4 would be better here.
Ah, okay.
That's a good move. Now I'm going to do this, which attacks your rook.
So it kind of forces me to do this.
So now you're up 4 points because you're up a piece and a pawn.
Ah.
So I'm going to do this. This is a little more complicated, but let's see if you can find out why that was a bad move for black.
Oh, I can. My knight can take that pawn.
Mm-hmm. So your knight can take it, and my knight defends it, but do you have another piece that attacks it?
Do I have another piece? The pawn, another piece that attacks the pawn in h5? Or the fact that my bishop can attack the pawn in
Do you have
A7.
one other piece? You have one other piece that can attack on h5.
Oh, I have one other piece that can attack on a5. Two?
So it's actually your rook on.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Okay.
They're actually one of the more powerful pieces because they can reach all the way over. So here, you wouldn't take with the rook first. So this is called move order.
Uh-huh.
So you would take with the knight first. And then after I recapture with my knight, then you take my knight, and then you've gained a pawn in that exchange.
And okay. Okay. Huh. Should we do that? Or should we try to go a different route?
In this position, that would be the best move.
Yes, surname, I am white. For extra learning purposes, I shall do the rook first. Or no, that won't do any extra learning. Would that do extra learning?
Sure. I'll make it work.
Nah, okay, I'll just do what you said.
Okay, so now you are up 5 points here. You're up because you have a bishop and I don't have any bishops.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have 2 extra pawns more than I do.
Okay.
So here, Your idea would either be to find a way to checkmate me or find a way to trade off pieces, because every trade you do would be good.
Oh.
So when you're ahead material, you want to start trading.
Okay.
Because like if we trade rooks and then we trade queens, you have a bishop and I don't have any major pieces.
Yeah.
And then it would be much easier for you to win.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna make a mistake again and see if you can find why this is bad.
Okay. Okay. My bishop can take your rook. No, but then your pawn will take my bishop.
Yes, but here's another thing. So your rook also attacks that rook, so you could take that pawn afterwards. And a bishop is not as valuable as a rook, so that is a good trade for you.
Ah. But I can also move my rook to h8 or 7. Or will the king just attack it then?
If you do that now, the king would just attack it, but I am going to show you that later.
Okay. I'll just take your rook with my rook for now? Yes? No?
Taking with the bishop is better.
Oh, taking with the bishop is better. Okay.
Because the bishop and the knight are worth 3 points, a rook is worth 5 points. That's 2 extra points.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to play this move, which is obviously a terrible move. And I'm doing it just so you can do the rook h8 idea. I do want to show you that. So here you can just take it with your queen. All right, I'm gonna play pawn takes bishop. And here you can actually checkmate me in one move. It's not actually with the rook, but the rook plays a part in it.
It's with the queen?
One of the queen moves you could make right now would checkmate me in one move.
Staring. Is it G4? No.
So G4 would not put me in check. So one of the requirements for checkmate, my king can't be able to move, and I also have to be in check.
Okay. So it's one of the Fs? Question mark?
Yes.
Okay.
So like, let's look at all of the places that you could move that would put me in check, and see if I could recapture you on that square.
F7?
F7 would be is the best move here. So F7 is checkmate.
Yay!
If you moved to F8, my queen could capture.
Yeah!
F7, your rook is defending it, so if I take it with my king is still moving into check.
Oh, okay.
So when you play queen to F7, that is checkmate.
Interesting. Okay. That's cool.
So this works because your rook on h5 is stopping my king from moving to either h8 or h7 to get away. My king cannot take your queen on f7 because of the rook on f2, and I can't move to f8 because of your queen.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second here.
Take your time. So you really do need to think really far ahead with chess. But yeah, sup, Mozzie? Yeah, I'm mostly learning. Not really winning, since that the wins are being given to me. Kind of. I have a puzzle and I must solve it. But the teacher has disappeared. How many of you guys do play chess? Because Zephyr plays, J-Bent plays, Skeevy plays. Don't know about anyone else. Oh, Surname plays. Interesting. What were your reasons for learning chess?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
If you and Surname wanted to play, I could give you advice, and that would be a cool learning opportunity.
I don't think I know enough to actually play against Surname, though. Plus, I don't know if Surname's up to the idea, since that they're going, uh-oh.
Alright. Alright, so you do want to play another game then?
Sure.
Alright, now I get to play the white pieces.
Okay. Apparently Surname is down, but only a little bit later. But I don't know how long we're gonna be going for, so.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm going to do what we did before and just play knight to f3.
Yep.
Alright, and here I'm going to do something different. I'm going to play knight takes e5.
Oh.
And here you actually can't. Go ahead, play knight takes e4, and I'll show you why that's actually not a good thing to do here. This is something to watch out for.
Sure, okay.
And we'll go back afterwards. So knight takes the pawn on e4. So what I will do here is I'm going to play queen to e2, and it attacks your knight.
Ah. But knight can go here.
So my queen can take the knight.
Oh, yeah, I can still take the knight. Okay.
Another thing I could do is, this is called a discovered check.
Yeah? How does that work?
So my queen is moving all the way across the board to attack
Oh.
your king. And also my knight is attacking your queen at the same time. So that's called a discovered attack and a discovered check.
Interesting.
So we can go ahead and take that back.
Okay.
Okay. So here, I'm just going to play the normal bishop to c4 move. But I'll just show you that that's a thing.
Thank you.
Okay, so you defended the pawn. Another way to do that would have been to knight to c6 or pawn to d6. Moving the bishop out there is fine. Are you trying to castle?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, so when you castle, you have to move the king specifically.
Oh.
So the king moves 2 squares and then the rook jumps over it is the idea. So you move the king 2 squares.
Okay. Why is that an automatic thing?
That was invented sometime in the either early or late 1600s. They added that to the game. I cannot remember the reason why specifically. But the idea is you're moving your king and you're making a castle because you've got a rook and you got the pawns in front and your king is in a safe area. They call it castling. So like if the king were to only move 1 square, then the rook couldn't jump over it normally because it would have to go 3 whole squares and then it would be on the e file. The idea is that if it's on the f file, it's not directly attacking things. I guess that would be too strong. I couldn't 100% tell you the reason behind that, though.
That's fair. It's interesting that you know a lot of the history of chess as well, though.
Yeah, it's actually really fascinating. It's like how the queen was made a lot more powerful during Queen Mary's reign.
Oh.
Now, the king, sorry, the queen used to only be able to move like 1 square. It was like a pawn, but it couldn't take diagonally.
Oh,
it was actually like the worst piece.
Dang, okay.
There's a couple other new rules that are kind of, I think was made in like I want to say 1700s that I can show you later. Give you a chance to.
That'd be interesting.
So here I'm going to play pawn to d4 because I'm trying to make my... Wait. It's your turn right now.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
So you could play like knight to c6 or you could play something to get your bishop out like pawn to b6. If that works. Here I'm going to play the pawn to d4 move here. So it's defended by my knight is the idea, so I'm taking a bigger area of this. So your pawn takes, my knight would just take it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop to b7 or a6 works here. Knight to c6 is also fine.
What if... Oh, knight to c6? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna do that. Yay!
Yeah, that one works. Okay, so here I'm going to take your pawn with my pawn.
Mm-hmm. And now you're double pawned.
Yes, now I am double pawned. I'm also attacking your bishop and your knight with that pawn.
Oh. That is true.
Okay, so I'm going to take your bishop with my knight, and then you can recapture it with your knight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and can you see why bishop g5 is a bad move here?
I am trying to see. Is it because I can possibly corner it? No.
So that's something I could definitely show you because that is something that happens a lot. Here I have left a piece hanging that you can just capture.
You have a different bishop that I can capture? Question mark?
Yep, that's the one.
Ah, okay.
All right, so now here you are up 3 points. I'm going to take your knight with my bishop, defended by your queen and a pawn.
And I can take the bishop with my queen.
Yes. And you would take with the queen instead of the pawn because taking with the pawn there
It exposes my king. Yeah.
And you don't want to do that if you can help it. So I'm gonna play this move, which attacks your queen. Surname is down to play whenever we're done here.
That's fair. Okay.
I'm gonna play a check that doesn't actually do anything. Just trade my knight for your bishop. You have 2 rooks that can both take it.
Yeah. Obviously, this one would be smarter. Because this one's protecting the king.
Now I'm gonna do this all the way across the board with my queen.
Oh.
Yep, good, because that pawn was just undefended, so you can take
Yeah.
it. I'm going to attack your queen with my rook. My idea is that if you move your queen, it's not defending it, and I would take your knight, is the idea. But you have a square that you can still defend the knight and also have some extra material.
Or I can defend the knight.
You actually have 2 different places you could move.
So I can move the pawn to c5.
So if you move the pawn, I'm just going to take your queen with my rook.
Oh.
So it is a queen move.
Oh, it is a queen move. So it's d3?
So if you moved to d3, my queen looks down that whole rank, so I could take your queen with my queen there.
But if I go to b3, then
yeah, b3 is also bad because of
pawn,
yes.
Because of the pawn.
But your queen can defend the knight from multiple squares away, so it can move anywhere as long as it's still looking at the knight.
Oh, so I can just take your rook with my queen. No, wait, but then, no.
I mean, you could do that, but you can also take 2 of my pawns.
Yeah. So do I take the your pawn at e4?
Yes.
So that would be the best move?
Yeah, that one is the best move.
Interesting. But how does this protect the knight? Because it doesn't. Does it?
The queen can move, so all of those squares that are dots, the queen can move to all of those if there's not a piece in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So the knight is one of the squares it defends. So when I take here, your queen can just take the rook.
Ah, that's what you meant. Shall we do that, or are we gonna play a different scenario?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
All All right, and here I'm going to show you a neat little checkmate here. I'm going to play this.
Uh-huh.
That one doesn't quite work.
Oh,
You
yeah.
take the
I
rook
see.
there. But your queen isn't defended here.
Yeah. So take the rook.
So the idea here, you're attacking my king.
Mhm.
My king can't move forwards because of the pawns in the way, and if I move to
Yep.
the either side, then
You're
you
still,
would still be able
in
to
the
take.
way. Yeah.
So this is check. It's not checkmate yet because I have one piece that can block the check temporarily. Do you see which one it is?
Your queen! Right?
So I'm going to do that, and then once you take my queen, this will be checkmate, which is called a back rank checkmate.
Why is it called a back rank checkmate?
Because it's my king is all the way on the back rank, where the starting rank.
Oh.
So that's called a back rank checkmate when the pawns are in front of the king, and then it gets checkmated by either a queen or a rook on the back rank.
Interesting. Wait, Surname, are you ready for chess? I honestly don't know how this site works. I literally just made my account today.
Surname, you will never guess what Fern's username is.
It totally isn't on screen right now. Okay, but how does one start?
So one of you could challenge the other to a game. Does Surname have a Lichess account?
I
Chance.
do not know. Oh,
There we go.
okay.
Just click that check mark there.
I did. I
All
am
right,
playing.
progress. I'm just gonna observe that game. There we go.
Okay.
Surname gets to make the first move here.
Yep.
Oh, they just made this account. Okay.
Oh, they just made their account as well? Oh, yeah, you can tell. Yeah. Because we also have the same exact rank. I don't know how much experience Surname has with chess.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering here.
I'm afraid. Because this is no takesies backsies. Because you're not the teacher.
Technically, you can still do takebacks here. It still allows you.
Yeah, that's only if Surname agrees.
Are you trying to castle?
I'm not very smart. I forgot how it worked, okay? I'm sorry. And yes, I was. But I forgot how it worked.
That's the only time the king can move 2 squares is for castling.
Oh, it needs to move 2 squares, not 1.
So like if you click on the piece, you can see all the dots.
Yeah.
So, and your king being there is fine. It can't castle now. It has to be after the first move.
Yeah, I know. So I messed up.
It's fine there.
Yeah.
So So let's take a second here to look at all the pieces on the board and see. We check for so there's a list chess players look at before they make any move. It's called we do checks, captures, and threats.
Mm-hmm.
So does white have any checks, captures, or threats right now?
Define that.
Can they take any of your pieces?
Yes.
All right, do you see which one that is?
Oh, one of my pawns is in danger from a knight, I think.
I'm curious to see if they'll see that, because right now it's their move. So if you made a move, it would be a pre-move.
Oh. Okay, they did do that. But I can just take the
So
knight
here,
back.
what you can do, you have something really good here.
Uh-huh.
So do you remember me earlier? I mentioned double attacks.
No.
Okay, so there's a thing called double attacks.
Yeah.
Where you can move a piece and it attacks two pieces at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So one of your pawns can be moved so that it attacks the knight and the bishop at the same time.
So pawn to d6.
That's it.
I'm in danger. I did that impulsively.
All right. So they've moved their bishop out of danger.
Yeah.
So
I can
what can we do here?
I can take their pawn with my knight, but then their other pawn can grab it.
That's correct. So we don't want to do that one. So we've got quite a few pieces on the back rank. What's a good way to get some of those out?
Well, I can move my rook to e8.
That's a good move.
Or I can go... No, never mind. I was thinking of moving my bishop, but then their bishop can attack, or it can be attacked by a pawn on any other thing. Okay. Oh. That pawn is still being protected by a pawn.
That's a good move. Now your king is a lot safer.
Mm-hmm. I can see why people say this is a workout. My brain is braining very hard.
It really is. A lot of people don't realize it.
Oh, rook moved. No, that's still stuck there.
Alright, so here all of our pieces are defended. They don't have anything that they can immediately take that we wouldn't just take back.
Yeah.
They don't have any checks that they could do. There's no real threats in the position.
Yeah.
Let's try to make a plan here. So first things first, our pieces are still on the back ranks. We should probably get those involved. We've got a pawn on c6. We would like to put our knight on c6. What's a good way to open that square up?
C6. Knight to C6. So just move the pawn to A5? Question mark?
Or c5.
C5. C5. Oh. Wait, you said knight to A6, right?
c6.
Oh, C6! My bad. I thought you said A6. I honestly think I might need to call it after this because this is taking a lot of brain power. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Thank you, though.
I mean, we've been going for like an hour and a half, so.
Oh, we have? It honestly feels like it's been longer, but this has been very interesting. Horsey. Oh, but if I take the knight, their bishop can take it. Hmm. Is that a worth it trade? What else can I do? Because then that'll put my... No, my king is still protected if I take their knight with my knight. Yeah. This is fine. No, wait, no. My knight can't take it. I will just go here. Yeah, it moves in an L. I forgot. Oops. Oh, but it can still be taken by this bishop. My bad.
Yep.
Oops.
We could offer a take back here.
I mean, my queen can take the knight, but then the bishop will take my queen.
Yep, the queen's worth a lot more.
This?
Yep, good move.
Thank you.
So what are they preparing? Oh.
I have no idea. Oh, sorry, I was planning to move my knight here and then move it to h6.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. My king is still safe there, even if I don't move my knight. I can take their bishop with my queen, though.
Yep, that would be the best move.
Yeah.
Right, so we have to move our king out of check. You've only actually got 3 legal moves here. There's only one good one.
So it's either moving the king back to h9, or moving the pawn to g6.
And yep, those are the 2 options. And moving the king to h8 would be the best move, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoops, I had the gain on my mic turned down.
Oh, that's fair. If I move the pawn to g6, though, what would have... What are the
nothing bad happened. You can do that as well. It's just that your king's a...
more
You can go ahead
it's
and play g6. Either one's fine.
it's still... I feel like it's less vulnerable right in the corner.
Yep, that's correct.
Corners are safe, I feel like. Sometimes.
Alright, so now we gotta look at things here. So their rook is behind that bishop. If they move that bishop, the rook's gonna be attacking our queen. So we should probably move our queen out of the line of fire from that rook.
So queen.
So we move it somewhere it can't be taken.
So queen to c6?
Queen to c6 is a good one.
Or queen to... Or queen to g6, and then I take their pawn.
If we go to g6, their queen can take us.
Oh, that is true. So
g6 is the same idea, but we're safe.
Yeah. Whee! Oh, by the way, you're doing a very good balance of not outright telling me what to do and just like talking things out.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. No. That. Oh, my queen's in danger again.
So we need to move the queen for sure, and we did have a plan for this.
Did?
To take the pawn on d6.
Oh. Take the pawn on d6.
I thought you said that was the idea of queen to g6 or queen to c6.
Oh! I have the memory of a potato. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, like I said, we've been doing chess for like an hour and a half.
How long do you usually play chess for daily?
It depends on the day. Usually I'll play for like 45 minutes on my lunch breaks at work, and then I'll play for like 2 hours at home.
Ah, that's fair.
When I used to do tournaments, it would be, I would play for like 4 to 5, sometimes 6 hours a day, but like 3 of that hours were studying and not actually playing. The tournaments usually take anywhere from 4 to 7 hours, depending on the tournament.
Hello, Ketchup the Bear! Oh, they called you Handsome J-Vent! Ooh, I can go queen to h2. Your silence is deafening. I shall take the risk. Oh yeah, that's a thing. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
One second.
Take your time. Wait, whose turn is it? Oh, waiting for your opponent. Okay. Oh, they can easily promote that pawn now. Goddamn. Wait. Oh, but then that bishop can take the knight. What? Oh, it doesn't look like anyone has an advantage right now. Or does it? Oh, yeah, never mind. Surname's at plus 14. He can easily they can easily take my pawn there. But that means sacrificing their bishop. Oh! Hello, queen. No, because then their bishop can take that. We have already proved that the plant doesn't have many brain cells. So this is tough. That'll double pawn me. And I can take this pawn, but then the queen would eat my rook. Let's just double pawn myself for now. Ah. was checkmate. Let's go. GG's. Oh, the J-Bent has left us. Not gonna lie, you were cooking with J-Ben's help? Yeah, because J-Ben is actually, like, in the top 500! And they're aiming to be a chess master, so... yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. That took a lot of brain power. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. This has been Grand Theft. And yeah, please take care. Thank you so much for this. Maybe I'll learn more about chess in the future. Hi, Mozzie! Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, that was fun. It was interesting. Surname, how long have you been playing chess, if I may ask? Inconsistently for 2 years. Okay, that is 100% fair. But yeah. That took a lot of brain power. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming, and yeah.